You can't say I hate people on the podcast. If you're
3K on the road. How boring that is.
You can shoot me if you think I'm wrong, but I'm not.
There are ways that people are sort of encouraged to train, which are extremely inefficient.
Yes. I watch CrossFitters do box jumps, and I'm like, whoa. And then I watch runners do box jumps, and I'm like, oh.
Dan.
Right.
Welcome back, mate. I missed you.
Yeah, me too.
I missed you. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Been hours.
Last week we talked Kenyans.
We did. This
week, I want to talk about, rather than talk about a specific group of people, I feel like during these conversations, I've picked up on a bit of a theme. There's certain groups that you hate, but there are things in common.
You can't say I hate people on the podcast.
I'm going to find the clip of you saying you want to strangle High Roxers, and I'm going to put it in now.
I don't think that happened. That's not true. Sorry,
we're going to VAR and come back on that.
I'm going to be a hybrid rock star.
You don't say that again, because I've now got the But there's sort of trends and themes about sort of training styles.
And I don't hate any of them.
You don't. Dan's a lover of all people and backgrounds in sports. Okay. But there's a theme.
Yeah.
Things that you, I guess, philosophically. Wow. That was right, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like specificity.
Yep.
Sorry. These are all inside jokes that, if this is your first episode you're watching, don't make any sense.
Go back and listen to the others for us.
Dan's favourite word is specificity.
Specificity.
But yeah,
essentially.
Effectively.
Effectively.
So philosophically, there are things that you believe in that are fundamentally important.
I feel like every coach should have fundamentals. I didn't realise I had fundamentals until I Are
you like Louis van Gaal with your philosophy?
Philosophy.
You got your philosophy of football. You got your ways.
Louis van Gaal.
Just passing sideways at the back the whole time.
Yeah. I think as I guess even doing this pod has made us talk about it more actively, and then I guess I've got fundamentals I live by. However, I do change that. I adapt them. I feel like it's really important to move with new times, trends.
Things evolve. If you don't change your thought process, that's pretty bad.
Although some are just like Pep. He's successful, isn't he? And he's kind of done the same thing for a long time.
But I bet sports science aids what decisions he makes moving forward.
Yeah, probably. But he definitely lives and dies.
Football,
he lives and dies by the sword, though, doesn't he? Like, if you think about, I don't really know, I've gotten to football, but if you think about a Pep Guardiola football team, it's pretty much stayed the same since you've known.
I would say that they're experimenting a bit this year.
With
the team, the
crap
rotation.
Signings.
Wow, okay, yeah, okay. All right, I'll shut up now,
No, but it's true, isn't it?
Okay.
They ran out of money.
Like 115 charges. That's all going to disappear, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, it's important, I think, as a coach, you're right, to evolve with it. So it's good that you're not rigid. And
I do see some coaches who don't evolve. And
that's problematic. Because things do...
Yeah.
New things emerge that you need to be aware of.
It's that, isn't it?
Yeah.
New things. Like literally, if you were in a cardboard box recently and you didn't come out for the last 6-7 years, you wouldn't know the Norwegian method.
At all. It wasn't a thing, right?
Wasn't a thing. And that is quite current. Some people don't really know about it. They don't understand. They know that there are some Norwegian triathletes and runners who are good. They don't know why. But if you want to know, we've got 2 episodes on it, and they're previous.
And they're bloody fast.
And they're in the back catalogue.
Yeah. So please go and watch. But the reason, again, I thought this was important to talk about is because there's sports that are popular, like High Rocks, for example. There are ways that people are sort of encouraged to train, which are extremely inefficient.
Yes.
A typical High Rocks workout would be, and I've got an example here.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So...
Okay, what's this, like a ChatGPT, or you've just found one?
No, excuse me, I'm actually invested in this sport, so I do know what I'm talking about here. This is from Instagram.
This is on Instagram? From a coach that won't be named?
From some decent-sized accounts that have been affiliated with High Rocks for a long time.
Okay.
And they come up with these workouts that they suggest.
Oh, like go and do this tomorrow?
Correct.
I bet you any money before you say anything, there's an AMRAP in there.
It's always AMRAP. Pretty much.
Of course there is.
It's basically
there's so much physiological adaptation in an AMRAP.
Right, Dan. This is not starting well today.
Sorry, carry on. Go on and read it out.
Okay, so the title is going to make you laugh straight away.
Go on then.
Engine builder.
Nice. Like it. That's not bad, because technically, if I was doing this, I'd be thinking, oh, okay, engine builder. There's probably a bit of zone 2 in there, a bit of strength work, maybe a bit of zone 3, might touch in zone 4.
See,
as an engine builder.
Okay, perfect. So all of that is stuff that I know is important, having worked with you for a year.
Yeah, fair. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, okay.
None of that's in this workout.
Got you. Okay.
So let me explain.
Yeah.
So it says 4K run.
Yeah.
That's the end of the instruction.
Oh,
Wait. That's step 1.
nice.
Step 2. 50-meter lunges. End of instruction. Next step. 4-minute rest. 4 minutes of rest, by the way.
Okay.
Why would you ever need to rest 4 minutes? We'll come back to that. Next step.
Yep.
3-kilometer row. End of the instruction. You got a theme. You see a
I
theme.
guess a theme coming
Okay,
in.
so that bit's now inferred.
Yeah,
okay, 40-meter sled pull. 3-minute rest.
Just had no weight, no nothing. Okay.
2K ski, and then 30-meter lunges.
No time. No, like as in like this pace. Aim for this. Okay.
So I know that you are.
Is that just one? Doesn't say times 2 or just straight through?
That's it.
So how long would that take?
Exactly.
Okay, good.
So do you know what I mean?
Yeah, got you. Because actually, 2-minute ski, wasn't it the one?
2K ski.
Oh, 2K.
The only thing that's timed is your rest.
So you could be there, then you could just do it really slow and just
still be there.
You could never end.
Because what that doesn't tell you is intensity.
This is unfortunately quite classic.
The reality is
it is quite classic. Yeah.
The challenge is this account has 200,000 followers.
Oh my god, that's
and people
crazy.
people look at that and go,
I'm
going to be an engine built person after this.
Yeah.
Which means nothing at the moment, but like you said, you interpret it as, okay, I'm going to do some base stuff. I might touch on zone 3. Could be some peaks of zone 4 and very moderate amounts. Come back down.
Yeah.
None of that's explained.
No.
That could be the intent.
Yeah.
How would you ever know?
No, you
it's
wouldn't.
Not
would
explained.
No, you wouldn't. In this, I just want to get this straight for every listener out there. Okay. This isn't a hate on.
He's got 2
anyone.
hands on the microphone. If you can't see right now,
I'm so cautious of everything we say now because it just sounds like we're about to bash everything.
No.
But what we're trying to do here is we obviously discussed the episodes before. We want to just enlighten people into why you may need to add some depth into your interpretation of workouts that you may see online or someone may give you, because you're not all coached by me, you're not all Brad's friends, we're not the all singing all dancing of every person out there.
Nope.
And it's important to take workouts like this and then think about what the hell you're actually trying to get out of it.
Yeah, and so that would be something that I would have done 2 years ago.
Oh yeah, you'd have loved that. You would have been frothing at the mouth after seeing that. You'd be like, it's on the whiteboard, they've written in a red pen, big numbers, and you'd be like, let's go.
That was a passionate attack on me. You were frothing at the mouth anything to get me at that.
To get you at that.
But you're right. So I would have basically gone, great, I'll just go straight into the hurt locker because I just want to go fast, get it done, rest.
Yeah.
And what adaptation am I going to make there? Zero.
Well, you so what you'd have done, so to just put a bit of science onto it, you'd have gone at it hard.
Correct.
And you'd have gone zone 5.
Yes.
So the adaptation would have been...
Is that VO2 max?
Not really, because there's no real rest. Well, I guess so, yes, because there's quite big rests in there,
4
isn't
minutes,
there?
yeah.
4 minutes, just one 4-minute rest.
And then a 3-minute rest.
Okay, so kind of. It's too short to be VO2 max. Like there's like realistically, VO2 max would maybe be because really 4K wasn't it on quite far.
Yeah,
like that isn't you can't do a 4K VO2 max effort. Like VO2 max is like the high zone 5. You can't do 4K at zone 5. We can, but that'd be the end of it.
You want me to do the rest of the workout?
Well, no, of course you wouldn't.
No.
So you just go at it hard, and really what you're improving there would be your resilience to sustain a workout for that longevity.
Mental toughness.
Mental toughness in the hurt locker.
That's all those exercises are, isn't it?
Your heart rate's going to be super high from the start, and you're just going to plough your zone 5. And then you'll have a big rest, so you're filled with lactate, and then you go again.
Yeah.
And it's not even active rest, which kind of encourages you to, buffer the lactate a little bit. It's basically encouraging your body to deal with a lot of lactate and utilize it. So you can use it as a fuel. Your body prefers it as a fuel. But like, there's no guidance.
That's what I mean. So the workouts that I get from you will say, it's not really ever it never says distance. It basically says time and intensity.
Yeah.
So it will be like X minutes at this intensity, X minutes or X seconds at this intensity.
Yeah.
Right?
So
That's how I know what's going to happen and what to get from it.
So looking at it from anything, it could be similar to a strength session. You could download a strength session for a triathlete or for a runner, and you tend to just see 20 squats times 3, 20 times 3, 20 burpees times 3, 20 kettlebell swings times 3, 20 hammer curls. Because I don't know, and that's quite a long workout. That what you've just read out. In what I tend to find is there's still like an endurance profile that runs through a lot of these things where you've got to do everything for a long time.
Yes,
but what they don't do is you're not lifting enough to be powerful. Like in this workout, you couldn't do anything in that to be powerful because
lunges twice.
Because it's too long almost, isn't it? You can't you'd have to do a weight that you can sustain it. So you're building your strength endurance kinda. Okay. But because it's mixed in with a 4K run, you're just pretty bad from the start.
Just inefficient half time.
Or like if you're doing
3K row as well.
Yeah. If you're
3K on a row, do you know how boring that is?
It's quite boring.
What is that, like 10, 12 minutes? Well, 12 minutes probably on a row machine.
Yeah, probably it's about 12 minutes. Yeah. For like an average sort of speed, it's about 2 minutes a
500 meters.
Yeah, 500 meters. Yeah. You've got to go in with. We always talk about like specificity, haven't we? Like what you're trying to actually improve. Like here, it's brief, which is great to have an example. And there's no clear adaptation. Like you just want to build your capacity.
Yes.
So let's just take high rocks. Let's take high rocks or like a sprint triathlon or a 10K. What you're actually trying to do here, like let's just say those workouts are ranging from sort of like 45 minutes, let's say, to 75 minutes. So you're trying to recruit the muscle fibers that you're going to require for that, but strengthen them. Don't like batter them.
That's it.
It's not brute force. It's like, okay, let's say you take the first bit and it's 4x K. What's wrong with doing 8 times? Well, I mean, you wouldn't, but like you could do 8 times 500 meters at a higher pace. So then when you come to your high rocks, you can then sustain the pace you would like to sustain because you've utilized those muscle fibers at a faster pace, so it feels easier.
It's like strides.
Well, no, 500 meters is like hard effort, isn't it?
No, but I mean,
like the strides. Yeah, you're recruiting those muscle
fibers.
Yeah, and I sprinkle the strides in through the week because people don't think about it then. But actually, by the end of the week, some people have done like 30 strides at like high end pace.
I sometimes see you put 2 strides on a workout for me.
Yeah,
that feels like I don't want to criticize.
Yeah.
But not worth it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, like not worth it. But how do you feel after?
It hurts a little bit, but it hurts a tiny bit. But it's only because if I see 2, I think, well, I'm gonna really go for it then.
Okay, maybe don't go for it so much. But you feel elated a little bit after, don't you?
Yeah,
because you've gone from training like zone 2, which can sometimes feel quite heavy.
It's weird.
Yeah, it is. But don't forget, you're activating the same muscle fibers for 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 minutes. You're building up that capacity to sustain it.
It's just, I feel like the speed you start at eventually just feels rubbish.
Because you're draining those mitochondria and those muscle fibers in the glycogen. You can only store so much glycogen in muscles.
Okay.
And if you're going the same pace.
But at 130 heart rate, I should be using fat.
No, you can never...
It's never just.
Never just fat.
Okay.
It's always carbs as well. So you'll get to a point where even at 130, you'd run out.
Right.
It could be 2 hours. It could be 3 hours. I don't know. We don't know. We'd have to test.
Yes.
But it would eventually run out. You physically cannot. You can shoot me if you think I'm wrong, but I'm not.
If this was a podcast in Texas, I don't think we should say that.
Because they would. They'd be straight in the studio.
We could say it here. Yeah. Someone's got a spud gun maybe, but...
You physically cannot burn fats without burning some glycogen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Coming from the PhD, soon to be.
Well, long time maybe.
PhD, soon to be. It's got a ring to it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's working out how you want to increase that capacity of you within that workout. So
that's not. So you think there are some physiological adaptations there, but they're such a blanket statement of what to do. That what you need is somebody, hopefully a PT or a coach, to tell you, you sir need to do this intensity to get the best results for you.
Yeah, like
that 4K,
and you don't even need to know their paces.
You just need to know the heart rate.
Just
tell them the heart rate,
or just I mean, if someone rocks up to a workout, they should have they will have some understanding of their zones. It could even be perceived effort.
Oh, RPE number.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? Like, understand, like
RPE 3, 4.
Yeah, exactly.
7,
yeah, like if you're putting it out online, you could do RPE, but if you want to be a bit more legit, you could do zones. No one in High Rocks talks about zones ever.
A couple of them talk about zone 2 now, but
okay. Yeah, because they've heard it. It's cool.
Zone 2 is cool. I'd love to do zone 1, but I ain't fit enough.
I can't get there.
Well, I don't even know where my zone 2 starts, but what is it, 110 or something like
that? Yeah. What, yours?
Well, people, is that general? I don't know.
It's probably a bit low, really.
110 is quite low.
Yeah, it's quite low.
120.
I mean, it depends who you are, mate. It's completely depends who you are.
One day I'm going to run a zone 1.
Yeah, like 110, 100.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That's me going up flight of
some
stairs.
people have very low zones, and some people have high zones. Yeah, so you're right. It just needs more info.
That exercise, I think, then, for its vagueness, may be training resilience. And so I've got a question specifically about race resilience and why mentally you might want to train in that way. So I saw, I've seen this so I couldn't name one person, but I've seen many people talk about race week intensities and stuff and want to keep intensity high because it works for them, which is almost the opposite of everything you ever say in terms of tapering. But how often would you ever recommend somebody trains at race pace? And the reason I'm asking you that question,
that's a good question, is
because mentally I need to know I can do it. However, there's so much science around why I probably can't do it before I taper. So it's two questions there.
Yeah, two questions. So why would you not? Because you'd be a little bit so let's just say you do race effort during a training block.
Yes.
It's never going to feel very good because you're a little bit tired from the previous day.
Okay.
So you'll never be that. So you'll be a little bit disillusioned at what your race pace is because
so
you'll
demotivating.
Yeah, because you're like, I'm not actually that quick.
Yeah.
It feels harder than I want it to.
Yeah.
But the next point is, tell me this. So you've got a goal for your 10K, for your triathlon, for your time trial, for your High Rocks. Why would you not utilize every training session to go above and beyond that goal? Why do you need to I understand that training to race pace sometimes is nice for your brain to tune in, but it's very rare that race pace is something you prescribe in training because you are always trying to go past your goal.
Yeah,
so you should be training with a designed program that is allowing you to optimize yourself and always push on. So, you tend to go, I don't know, you're doing, you're in the gym and you're doing, let's say I'm planning a triathlete. We do power, so it's always powerful, but that power is going to be a little bit suppressed because it's in a training week. So I'm like, keep your reps at 5, but sometimes you're not going to be able to do as many reps, or it might have to be the weight is lower this week, because don't forget you did a track session last night. So if you did a track session last night, how can you measure that fatigue? It's quite impossible. You've got algorithms and you work it out, and you know that actually you need an easier day the next day, or you need something different, like a different stimulus. So, but if you can't lift the weight that you could the previous week, what does that mean? Does it mean you're weaker? But this is why I have a coach, isn't it?
Yeah.
I couldn't lift the weight today. Well, don't worry about it, because that track session last night was like the best you've ever done. I literally yesterday was in the gym and I felt weak, but I ran the fastest K I've ran in ages on the track the night before.
We talked about it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, I'm not going to be as strong today. So
It's got to be a compromise.
It's got to be a compromise. So you were within a training week. So why? And that track K wasn't my race pace. It was faster than my race pace. Because realistically, I can run a K for my race pace. Like I can. And if I'm training, technically, if I'm running race pace, well, I need to do 10 of them if it's a 10K race pace.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
so
but then you've got rest in between. So, well, what's the point? I might as well do it a bit faster because I've got rest in between. So if I can do it a bit faster, I'm mobilising muscle fibers to allow me to go faster. So at some point, I'll be able to sustain that pace.
Okay.
And then I'll be even quicker.
So you're not really ever training at race pace because you're either training at low intensity or faster to try and accommodate for...
or under. You know, because
Yeah,
you're buffering your, you know, you sort of like trying to buffer your lactate. You're trying to get your body used to using it, like zone 3 stuff. Zone 4, you will train there, but it might just be the start of the session. So you may do the first 4 reps of something at race pace, but the rest won't be. You know, you're just tickling yourself into it.
Yes, okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Like, I get it, and people do race pace, but I'm like, you're kind of holding yourself back a little bit. You know, if you've got rest in there, just push a little bit.
Bit more.
Bit more. You know, bit more. What's wrong with doing a bit more? So you got like 10 minutes rest or 5 minutes rest?
It hurts, Dan.
It hurts.
It's really painful.
You know, when sometimes you decide to do race pace?
Yeah.
Is that your brain sometimes telling you that's enough?
I can only speak from my own experience, and it's just mentally going, what does that feel like? Am I going to be able to do that?
Yeah.
What does it feel like?
Well, if you went faster, how would you feel?
Unsure. That makes sense.
Unsure because you're going...
Because I'm going faster and resting, it's not the same as holding.
Yes, but technically you won't ever know until you do it because you're not just going to run 10k.
And as you say, the reason that you're confident is experience.
Yeah.
And I don't have that.
Yeah,
and people don't have that.
Yeah.
Generally.
But then I guess the only examples I can go from is I don't really get people to do race pace stuff. Like I do every now and again. You know, like sometimes it's... But I'd never prescribe it as race pace.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, I'd never prescribe it as race pace because I never want people to like hold themselves back in their head. You know?
Yeah.
Because really a 10k is like zone 4, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
What was...
Top end.
Yeah, probably.
It's not, you can't. It's just in the zone, in 5k is like bottom end of zone 5, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it is though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
if you try hard enough, anyway.
Because you don't forget, like, it depends how many zones you're using. Some people use 3 zones. Coggan used 9 zones. Like, there's a lot of different things. You know, there's so many different variables.
But in the 5-zone model, you're right.
Some people use LT1 and LT2, so it's completely different again. So it's like, it is hard for people to... So sometimes maybe people prescribe race pace because they don't really know what they're prescribing.
Yeah.
And they're like, you best hit this number because that's what you want to do for your PB, so just do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So we've got a firm answer on race pace.
Yeah.
You obviously commented a lot about repetition of exercise and people maybe just doing a simulation of an event as part of their training and that being fairly inefficient.
I'm going to stop you there.
Go on then.
I did some research.
Oh, okay. Right, Dan.
So I just went on ChatGPT.
Dan's just opened his laptop screen.
Yep.
We've upgraded from paper research to digital research.
I couldn't print it off.
I'm sitting back, guys.
My question was, example high rocks training for pro weights, top level athlete. That's all I put into ChatGPT. So I was thinking, well, what a good way to utilize ChatGPT because it will just go out there and find all the information it can and throw it into me.
What all the pros do.
Well, top level athlete.
Top level.
Because I guess that can be... There's going to be more age groupy pro weighted athletes out there. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so...
Oh, dear.
This was a week it gave me.
Dan's smiling now.
First, Monday, 5 by K.
What?
2 minutes off, 5 by K at 320 to 330 pace because you've got to be a top level athlete.
Jesus.
Followed by 4 by 500 meter ski erg at 140 pace. It's fast, isn't it?
That's very fast.
But even if it wasn't, that's a hell of a workout.
Even at any pace.
Big workout, that is.
Yeah.
Tuesday, strength day. Deadlift, squats, bench press, accessories, sled push at race weight. Pro race weight. Pro race weight. So obviously 200 kilogram. 210. 202. Okay, Wednesday, active recovery, zone 2. Not too bad. Not too bad so far. However.
We get to Thursday.
So those 3 days, I'm like, yeah, do you know what? That's not too bad. Speed day, heavy day, recovery. Lactate threshold, Thursday, combo session, 1K run, 50 meter sled, race weight, 50 meter sled pull, race weight, 80 meter burpees, race weight, 1K run. Rest 5 mins between each rounds. As many as you want, 2 to 3 rounds. That's hard session.
That's horrible.
That's hard session. Friday, strength. So front squats, row, lunges, wall balls, hard session again. Saturday, full sim. Mate, like, it's a mad week, crazy week. Full sim. Just go for it. Pro weights, it says.
You'll be battered.
This week would kill me.
I'd be in bed for a week after.
Sunday, recovery.
Go to church and pray, basically.
Honestly, and it claims that it's 70% aerobic and 20% threshold. I was thinking,
no, it's not.
Not true.
No, it's not.
Not true.
That first day is no aerobic.
No.
A 320 pace and 140 pace.
Maybe it classes.
That's not aerobic.
Maybe it classes the strength sessions as aerobic.
I think my heart rate would be in zone 3 if I'm pushing a sled at least.
I know. So yeah, that's using all the information up there. Crazy, isn't it? That would be me like prescribing a runner, like maybe like a speed session on a Monday.
Yeah.
Easy on Tuesday, speed session Wednesday, easy on Thursday, speed session Friday, easy on, But some runners do that. They do on, off, on, off, on, off. Some triathletes do it as well because then they're like
hammies
3
for
sports.
Me would be dead.
Yeah, 3 sports, on, off, on, off, on, off. So it's trying to wade through that, isn't it? And it's understanding that it's when to do what, when to, and how to do it, isn't it?
I made no improvements in my early high rocks career because all I did was turn up to a class, boot myself, go home, and think, "Oh, that was hard. That was good." I didn't do anything though. I was basically I felt like I was already that good, and I just went and confirmed it every day. I didn't do anything.
Race pace.
That's what I mean. I just didn't do anything.
But that's race pace, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's basically like going out and running a max 10K every time you go.
Just not going to adapt.
No. So,
and it's also not conducive of the next session.
Not conducive to the next session, which is kind of what the theme of what we said. Yeah, you're right. It's about that intensity control, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when I prescribe any kind of gym work to anyone, it's about how you can how that can utilize, how that can complement the training plan.
Yes.
So even with with triathlon, I'll be like, okay, it needs to be triathlon and running. You are extremely aerobic in all of the work you do. Let's just take an average person who might do 5 to 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
Train every day and a rest day. Your running is aerobic. Your gymming is power.
Yeah.
Because it's hard to become a powerful runner or gain speed. So effectively, in the gym, why are you doing 20 reps? Why are you doing, what's the point of doing anything other than about 5 to 6 reps?
For power, yeah.
For power.
Yeah.
And if not less sometimes. And fail around those 5 to 6. Fail with good form. Don't fail with CrossFit form.
That was an attack, wasn't it?
Yeah. Where you collapse on the floor. Which they will say not the case, but it is the case.
We'll get some clips, shall we?
We'll get some clips, yeah. People just falling over. Amy put a really good one out the other day, actually.
What, someone falling over?
No, her. She's just like, how she ends some sessions.
She's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And effectively, it's like, okay, well, let's utilize the fact that the gym gives us more load. Now, obviously, like anything, there's got to be a starting point, hasn't there? Like the problem is with like a high rocks is the starting point is their dictatory sort of approach towards the weights you're going to push and pull.
Yes.
That's the starting point, isn't it?
Yeah.
So for me, 200 kilogram sled is the starting point. Anything less than that is bad. But I actually can't think like that.
Nah.
Because
I get why you would.
Yeah.
But it's not helpful.
No. So instantly when someone puts, like on that, what we just read out there, it was pro weights. And it was like, yeah, but you can't always push 200 kilograms. It's a lot. Or like if you're a female, you can't, what's the female pro? 150?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
You can't always push 150. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not because you can't do it. You do need some familiarization. You were talking about that. You want to do the race weight. Yeah, you do need some exposure to that. You really do.
Yeah.
But it's when you do it, and it ain't going to be during a sim.
Yes.
When you're tired during training week.
Yes. This podcast is brought to you by A1 Physique. Now, all throughout these episodes, you'll hear Coach Dan and myself talk about the importance of recovery for your training. Nothing better than collagen for instant recovery from really intense workouts. Ligaments, tendons need repair. And by encompassing this in a morning daily coffee, it becomes the easiest supplement to add into your daily routine. Available from our website, free shipping, and each cup is giving you 21 grams of that nourishing collagen protein coffee, perfect for athlete recovery and endorsed by Coach Dan himself. Going back to a point I made earlier, basically about, the information that you need in workouts in order for you to be the beneficiary of said workout.
Yep.
You're more somebody that would focus on time-based exercise.
I tell you why, especially because a lot of high rock settings, there's a lot of people.
It's just, and it's basically, you can't say to everybody, do 12 calories or do a kilometre, because the variance is going to be wild.
But why do they do it then?
I don't know. And I don't like it. I've never got it. I hate the idea of everyone doing 12 calories, because I'll do it potentially quicker
Of course.
than some, or slower, fine, but it doesn't make any sense.
Is it because it's what they do?
I just think it's
Do you get what I mean?
like a hit class hangover.
Like it's
old school.
It's a CrossFit hangover, isn't
it?
Yeah, I think so.
I've never done CrossFit. So
well, they love a cow.
I hate cows.
Love a cow.
Hate assault bikes, hate calories. Basically.
Because it's hard.
It might just talk about me being a wimp, I don't know, but it's not for me. But I know that you're much more attuned to time, and so I never know distance or anything that I'm going to do.
Yeah. It's almost irrelevant though, isn't
time,
it?
Isn't it? So I go, all right, I need an hour and 6 minutes to do this workout.
Yeah.
Random, but and that might be, that could be 8K or 15K, depending on the workout. I don't know what it is.
And I've got to be honest, I definitely started coaching with distance.
Really?
Yeah.
But it just feels, that makes more sense, right?
And
at the start.
Maybe because of my knowledge of how long it would take someone to do that. I'm quite good at understanding that some people will run a certain pace.
So you can estimate.
You put in a 4-mile run and they'll be, I don't know, take them 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Or I'll put someone in, if I'm trying to get the same adaptation for someone, I'll put a 6-mile run. That kind of thing. Because it's similar sort of, But you're right, time. It's just like so much easier. It's just done.
It's the only thing that makes any sense.
No one's ever moaned at me about time.
No?
No, like, why is your workout on time? No one's ever said that.
No. I noticed it because obviously it's not something I'm used to.
Yeah.
But it makes sense.
But you can't argue with it, can you?
No.
And that's not me trying to be pompous about it.
Well,
I came to that conclusion through, I guess, not complaints, but people, for murmurs, from people. Yeah. It's the same sort of principle as if you don't adapt. I could have just ignored everyone and been like, no, I don't coach like that. There's the door.
I believe you'd be like that as well.
You've
got it in you, mate.
I got it in me, but I never do it.
But it makes sense because you want 45 minutes at X intensity.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many miles you do.
Nope.
It's effort relative.
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I guess most of our goals are dictated by distance, aren't they? 10K.
Half marathon.
Yeah. But then as a coach, you've still got an idea of what it will take that person to run that race.
Yeah.
So, if I know someone needs to do a marathon, but I know it's going to take them 4 hours, we'll get them running up to 3 hours. If that makes sense.
Yes.
Whereas I wouldn't give someone who's going to run a marathon in 2 hours, I wouldn't give them an endurance run of 4 hours.
Don't look at me when you say that.
But yeah.
Okay, cool. And then I had some questions about sort of general strength building stuff.
Yeah.
Because again, that workout you took us through was basically run strength, right, for high rocks.
Yeah.
A worry
Which is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But a worry that I have is basically, this may be really poorly founded. Let's say I'm doing my squats, lunges, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I don't want to pack on too much muscle to make me less durable. And does that make sense?
I think again.
What would you say to an athlete that feels like that?
But think about when I'm coaching and I'm a massive believer in strength work. Like I feel it's huge. Like I've actually got someone at the moment who I'm doing quite a lot of strength work with. He joins a class that I run and I'm doing some one-to-ones with him. He definitely won't listen to this podcast. It's not really a podcast. Listen to her. A listener.
Send him the link after.
Send him the link after, yeah. Like and subscribe. And he's a fast runner. He's now running 33 minutes for 10K. And he wasn't, honestly, the past 2 years.
Wasn't that the 10K at Worcester this year? Wasn't the winner?
So.
32 or something?
31, Charlie. Yeah.
Oh, you would know that, wouldn't
I coach him, yeah. And, but he does strength work as well. Twice a week, every week.
I have these two conflicting worries. They kind of literally crossover, which is strength too much.
Do you know? Have you seen Charlie? Have you?
No.
Have you? Okay. I'm just trying to think of an athlete of mine.
Okay.
They're all very slight.
Yes.
A lot of them train twice a week in the gym. they are still slight.
Okay.
So it's about what you do.
Okay.
So when you're saying about putting muscle on, there's a certain amount of reps in sets that you have to be careful and mindful of. So effectively, if you start... So there is a theory, really, that I'm kind of a believer of, is that hypertrophy is just a word and doesn't really exist. Effectively, if you want to put muscle on, you lift as heavy as you can for as long as you can.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you classically see the old school bodybuilders, they got like, I don't know, them EZ bars, and they got like 2 plates on it, and they're lifting like 100 bicep curls.
Until the range of movements like that at the end.
But their biceps are massive.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
Because they lift as much as they can for as long as they can to fatigue. And if you fatigue your muscles, replenish them correctly, you're going to build muscle.
You're like giving it instruction saying, right,
Yeah.
we've got our work to do, get bigger.
Yeah, get bigger. So, and obviously, we know that a slight optimal rep range for hypertrophy is like 8 to 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it? Like,
I always train 12.
rule of thumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you train 12 because you think 8's not quite enough, but 12's enough.
Do you know what it is? I used to train 8,
Okay.
but I would rather do 12 to get close to failure at a lower weight
Okay.
than 8 at a higher weight, because I just feel the risk of injury is greater.
Fair. But
That's
also,
why I do it.
But also, with a slightly higher rep range, you're probably going to fatigue your muscles a bit more, which means they're probably going to have a chance to grow more.
That's kind
You're
of what it is.
moving away from that power zone, aren't you? Because really, I'd say that like max strength is like 2 to 3, isn't it? You know,
Well, one rep
to
max,
3. Yeah,
technically.
1 rep max. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got like power, and then you've got hypertrophy, and then you've got endurance.
We're hybrid, remember, Dan? So I'm
Sorry.
hybrid. 12's hybrid.
Sorry, 12's hybrid. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
No,
I'm just
okay.
making it up.
Probably
It feels hybrid because I feel like I'm building strength and endurance.
Yeah, no, but it's,
Okay, I'm just chatting nonsense.
But like muscular endurance. Like, but you say that, but realistically, you're runners, so like you're going to have more than enough like endurance, and realistically, like it's about activating those muscles. Like, you are going to pack muscle on if you aim for higher rep ranges with a lot of weight.
Yeah.
You are not trying to achieve a sporting adaptation per se. You're trying to achieve...
your athletes like Charlie and that, what are they doing then in the gym that keeps them slight but gives them the max power return?
So like between 3 to 4 sets and like 4 to 6 reps.
Wow. So volume's low.
Yeah. Volume's low.
That's low.
But it's high weight, and it's good form, and it's powerful. It's fast.
Single leg stuff.
Single leg stuff, and it's fast.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fast. It's explosive.
Interesting.
As explosive as we can be, we're not very explosive as endurance runners.
No. Okay.
You know, it's box jumps, but I watch.
It feels faster than watching it back.
I watch CrossFitters do box jumps, and I'm like, whoa. And then I watch runners do box jumps, and I'm like, oh.
Well,
So it's about how can you purposefully make it explosive to activate those muscle fibers to allow your body to have a different stimulus to try and run faster.
Yeah, got it.
Because you can like the strides, you can generate so much power during that, but if you stick someone's body weight on their back, they're going to squat, and if you can lift your body weight well, then you're effectively going to be able to run quickly.
So when you see Hunter Mack, who's your mate, I know you love him, doing his ridiculously heavy workouts that look stupid, there's actually good science in it.
Yeah, Hunter is just brass, and the way he comes across is like it's like he pretends to know stuff, but sounds like he doesn't.
He's got a hillbilly energy, right?
Well, he just says some silly things.
Yeah.
He just says nonsense. Like, he still says lactic acid and things like that, and it's like your science isn't quite moved on, but his principles are good. The thing with Hunter is he's very strong, and he's got a lot of muscle mass, a lot of testosterone in his body.
Got a big old jawline.
Yeah, and he does a lot of zone 2 work. A lot.
Do you think people like Hunter can get away with shit training because of how...
Maybe not shit training, but they can get away with being less specific.
Because, like you say, he's brash.
Yeah.
Like, he's like a bull.
Yeah.
He just kind of rips it. I mean, I showed you one of his workouts.
Yeah.
I was looking at it on Instagram going,
and you're
well,
like,
that's got an injury written all over
it.
Yeah.
And it's whereas you look at like a Tim Vilsh, who is that next level
Venus,
of Venus.
yeah.
So it's him, and he's like the next level athlete, isn't he? And is it Ryan Scott that won the last one? Those two look very different to Hunter.
They do.
Yeah.
Dylan Scott.
Dylan Scott, sorry.
Excuse me, sorry.
Yeah, no.
Dylan Scott.
But yeah, they look very different.
Yeah.
They're fast, they're strong, they're lean, but they ain't that big.
Do you know what it is, the difference, right, between just on those three? Watch all three of them do wall balls.
Yeah.
Hunter smashes them at wall balls.
Okay.
There's a physiological thing there.
Yeah, but
Dylan, no offense, looks like he's slow motion doing wall balls. I don't know why.
Power. It's power, isn't it? Whereas
maybe it's more endurance.
They're coming from an endurance background. He's coming from, it's not necessarily a strength background, but a slightly more explosive, functional background.
Yeah.
And it's like, so you're trying to combine the both. So for me, that's why I quite enjoyed talking about High Rocks and talking about this, because they kind of have combined that power and speed. So that's why I quite like putting that into my triathletes and runners and cyclists, because it's like, how can we utilize this newfound sport to encourage more power?
Yes.
To get speed.
Yes.
And it's like, okay, so Dan Plews is a coach, and he's a very, very good triathlete. Like he had he was the first age grouper to go sub 8 hours for an Ironman.
Yeah.
But he's moved over to High Rocks. And he talks openly on his podcast about how he's very fast because of the power he's gained. But he's like, well, I weigh like 10 kilograms more. Like,
he's fast.
But he's faster than he was as a triathlete. He said, obviously, I can't run a marathon at this. But he said, well, what would be interesting now is to move back into triathlon and utilize this newfound power.
Would he have to drop some weight then?
Oh, yeah, he'll drop 10 kilograms again. But like his muscle fiber, like makeup might have changed because of all the strength work he's done.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's crazy. But then he's like, well, could I stay having this muscle but lose like, just make sure I stay efficient and lose like all the fat that I don't need? And then effectively, how can I, if I'm a bit bigger as a triathlete, do I just need more calories to go quicker?
What do you think?
I think that muscle requires a lot of calories. It causes
Does it make you nervous? Carrying too much.
It causes a lot of heat.
You're going to build some muscle now, I think, aren't you? That's your next.
Yeah, I feel like that's If I like,
how do you feel about it?
Yeah, fine. It doesn't really bother me. But
Yeah.
remember,
Nervous?
my muscle will be efficient.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have to push 200 kilogram sled. Like
That's
I'm gonna
the
have
plan.
to. Like I physically.
Should I record it so everyone can watch you do it?
What? Like a transformation?
Yeah. So day one. What was it? One day or day one? Isn't it that famous soundbite on TikTok?
Is it one day or day one?
Yes, I think it's The Rock, and he's going. Oh, it's Dwayne Johnson, isn't it? But he's going. It's one day. Or day one.
Yeah.
And it's obviously a flashback, so I'm going to get a video of you pushing.
Oh, I really wouldn't.
I'll get the least attractive angle I can get. That's just for everyone that knows you.
I'll tell you what happens. It just won't move. I'll fall backwards. It'll push me backwards.
That would be impressive.
It will be impressive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got what I think I need from you in terms of the bits that don't work. It's basically the specificity.
Yeah.
My favourite word, isn't it? The bits that don't work for High Rockers is just a whiteboard, do this, AMRAP, bash, and no specificity for you.
I guess to help that is think more about how you can build some capacity within each zone, station, what you're trying to achieve. You don't need to do wall balls to be good at wall balls. You just don't. Like, yes, you do need to have some exposure to wall balls.
Yeah.
But what's the problem with doing, like, I don't know, 10 by 10, 10 kilogram dumbbell
thrusters,
squat thrusters? What's wrong with that? So it's over the weight and it's the same.
So you're going to get the stimulus from the muscle.
Yeah.
My worry is, you ever try to catch a wall ball when you're knackered? Might hit you in the face.
But that's a skill.
Correct.
That's a skill. That's not down to your arms.
But that's why I think people do what the High Rocks workouts. My point is they want to be really confident.
I know, but if you haven't trained enough on the ski, you can give yourself a blister on your hand.
Okay,
but that's fine. But like, you are going to get exposure to the ski. But what I'm trying to say, I'm not saying ignore the exercises. I'm just saying you don't have to do them to be good at them. But people tend to just return to them, don't they?
Yes.
They tend to do a
simplicity.
full sim. I don't get good at like a 10K. I don't just do a 10K.
You would never do a 10K in the block.
No.
Really?
No. Never.
Not at the intensity anyway.
Nope.
No way.
But then they go to the gym and they do a full sim and they try to replicate the intensity. And then they go, I only got a 120. And it's like, yeah, but you just trained every day this week and you're really tired.
So there's no way you're going to be good.
Why does it matter?
Yeah.
You know.
So maybe it's more of a mind.
But yeah,
destroyer.
so it's be specific. It's be specific. Think about increasing the capacity with overweight, underweight, reps in sets.
Yeah.
Don't think so much treat it as a run workout. You know what I mean? Treat everything like a run workout in the world, because you're trying to increase your capacity with running. Like, the funny thing is, high rockers run like runners, but they don't train like, well, really anything, do they? When it comes to strength, they just kind of throw up on a whiteboard and write it on. Like, they don't, do they? You get what I mean? Like, they do train like runners to run, but when it comes to strength, they kind of just, like, a lot of them just forget it.
It just feels so varied.
Yeah, and I get it. Like, you're talking about, you need exposure to suffering, and I understand that. That's different.
There's just unique parts of any race. So the same for triathlon.
Yeah.
And whatever race you're doing, but high rock specifically we're talking about here, there's nothing like throwing a 9 kilo wall ball. There's nothing like it, in my opinion.
No, but like, that's like any sport, isn't it? There's always going to be parts. Like, there's nothing like in a 5k track race coming into the last lap and sprinting for your life to try and get a medal. But you can't replicate that in training. You have to just do your training to the point where you're doing, like, I don't know, 400 meter reps, 100 meter sprints, increasing your speed, to just trust that your training is enough.
Yes.
To plant you on the day on that last lap and you sprint round and win the gold medal. Like, at no point did Mo Farah know how he was going to feel on the 24th lap of the 10k. Do you know what I mean?
What
like,
a thing to do is
do you get what I mean? Like, you're not going to know, are you? You don't know. You just got to trust.
Yes.
But this is where people don't trust, and they waste a session by doing another sim.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean? If you've got a block of 12 weeks and you do a sim every Saturday, it's a wasted Saturday.
Of course it is. And then
12 sessions you've just blown. No intensity control.
You can't do something effective the next day. It's dead.
No, because you're tired. Yeah. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So
the mantra and the message of today is the session needs to be conducive of the next session.
Yeah.
You can train.
And the goal at the end.
Yeah, and you can train up here.
Yeah.
But it's got to be managed. It's got to be measured.
Yeah.
You need intensity and specificity in order for it to be effective for you. And those are the biggest mistakes people make.
Yeah. So, like, when I'm prescribing gym work for endurance athletes, it's enough to then not necessarily fatigue them the next day.
Yes.
But for them to gain a strength gain. Like you said, that's not very high volume. No, it's intensity control.
Yeah.
And it's not lacking, it's getting the right amount.
I think that'd be a learning curve for lots of people that have just done these workouts before.
Yeah, maybe.
So, any final message for people that are going to go and change their workouts now based on Coach Dan ripping up the script?
Drop me a DM.
Wow, there we go. Selfless plug, get a coach.
I'm joking.
But no, I think that's been really useful, mate. I think that's explained exactly why you want to get both hands around the neck of some of the coaches out there.
I have not said that. This you putting words into my mouth.
But again, I think my specific example is I saw the adaptations when we talked about intensity control, not just slogging it.
Yeah.
Hurt locker.
Yeah.
Brute force.
Brute force. Let's not keep brute forcing it. Let's be smart.
Should we get a tattoo that says no brute force?
No
here?
brute force allowed. Yeah, but we look like wimps.
I would look like a wimp getting a tattoo, if I'm honest. I haven't got any because I'm scared of the pain.
Yeah, the pain.
Good. Mate, well, appreciate your time again today. That has been more than helpful, and we'll do it again next week. Thank you.